Hello everyone, welcome back to my videos. And today in this video I would like to share to you about research in language teaching. So let's discuss about this. Did you know what is the research? First, let's know about this. What is a research? From the Advanced Learner Dictionary of Current English, it is a careful investigation or inquiry, primary through a search for new fact in any branch of knowledge. And then from Redman and Mori, 1923, it is a systematized effort to gain new knowledge. As we know that research we focus on the teaching language, okay? This refers to systematic investigations. This aimed to understanding and then improving, and also has some innovations about the language teaching and learning process. So after the researchers try to investigate about one topic, this is a several development after the research. So this is a really big aim of the research. And then from Nunand, 1992, research is a process of formulating questions, collecting data relevant to these questions, and analyze this data. So the researchers come from one question or maybe several questions that discuss about something, and they try to find out what is the result or what is the answer of the questions. And from the Woody, it comprises divining and redefining problems, formulating hypotheses or suggested solutions, collecting, organizing and evaluating data, making deductions and reaching conclusions, and also to determine whether they fit the formulating hypothesis. That's what we call as a research. So what is the characteristic of the research? From the document 1978, the first one is systematic. So the research follows several steps, several rules. So the researchers have to follow the rules and then have the results based on a correct system. The second one, there is a logical research. So the research must logic. Everyone can accept it, and there are several facts about the data, about the resources, and etc. And the third is controlled. So research is free from distractions of biases. So there is no distractions in this research. So, but it's still several controlled. The fourth, empirical. Research is based on experiments, reality, real data, or evidences. So we cannot give about something that's not real, because after we get the research, the other person also did the research, maybe the innovation, improvement in our research. So we cannot add some fake. And the fifth, reduction. Research must reduce the complexities of the work. So as much as possible, it can easy to understand. And the last one is replicable and transmittable. Research process and procedure are transmittable, enabling others to replace them and to access their validity. So what about the research philosophies? There are two main research philosophies. The first one is positivistic, quantitative, objectivist, scientific, experimentalist, or traditionalist. And the second one is phenomenological. There are also qualitative, subjectivist, humanistic, or imperative. The purpose of the research is to review or synthesize existing knowledge and then investigate existing situations or problems. It also provides solutions to problems and then explore and analyze more general issues. Constructor create a new procedure or systems, explain new phenomena, generate new knowledge, or a combination of any of the above. So, what is the research approaches? There are three. The first one is quantitative and also qualitative. The second one is applied and basic. And the last one, deductive and inductive. In this video, I just want to explain about the quantitative and qualitative. So, let's check this out. What is qualitative research? So, a qualitative research is a type of scientific research. So, this is a discuss about something that really important in science. What is the functions of the qualitative research? This is 6 answers to a question. So, in the qualitative research, there are questions that we need to find out the answer. And then systematically uses a predefined set of procedures to answer questions. And then it collect evidence, produces findings that were not determined in advance, presents findings that are applicable beyond the immediate boundaries of the study. And then how about the quantitative? As the name suggests, it is concerned with trying to quantify things. It asks questions such as how long, how many, or the degree to which. And then quantitative method look to quantify data and generalize results from a sample of the population of interest. They may seem to measure the indicators of various views and opinions in chosen sample, for example, or aggregate results. Now let's look the differences between these two types of research. From the aims, we know that quantitative research is to count, because it's quantitative, so it contains several number. So this is to count things in an attempt to explain what is observed. But in qualitative, this is a complete, detailed descriptions of what is observed. So in the quantitative there are number, but in qualitative it's more much of descriptions. But from the purpose, in quantitative it's generalizability and predictions, causal explanations. But in qualitative, this is contextual, interpretations, understanding, perspective. This is more small. How about tools? In the quantitative, researchers use tools such as surveys to collect numerical data. But in the qualitative, this is gathering from instrument maybe, and then from interview. About the data collections, in the quantitative it's structured, but in the qualitative maybe unstructured, because we just collect data from the interview, from talk to others, and yeah, there is just a little bit number, so just add more about descriptions, so we don't need to several structure, just not like quantitative. The output, quantitative data is in the form of numbers and statistics, but in qualitative data is in the form from word. So the form of the data is word, picture, or maybe object. The sample in a quantitative, usually this is use a large number of cases representing the population of interest. Maybe it also randomly selected respondents. But in qualitative, this is usually a small number of non-representative cases, and then respondents selected on their experience. So we have to choose. And then is objective or subjective. In a quantitative, this is a more objective, because this is 6 precise, measurable, and analysis. But in qualitative, this is subjective, because this is individuals' interpretations of event that is really important. And in the researcher role, the researcher tends to remain objectively separated from the subject matter. That's for a quantitative. But in qualitative, the researcher tends to become subjectively immersed in the subject matter. And the analysis, as we know that quantitative is more statistical, and but in a qualitative, this is interpretive. This is a, maybe we can call add additional information, because there are several types besides qualitative and quantitative research that's really common use in a teaching language. The first one is descriptive research, because this is the focus on teaching language. So this is examines current teaching practices, learner behaviors, or classroom interaction within a changing variable, without changing variables. And the second one, there is experimental research. So this is test the effects of specific teaching techniques or interventions by comparing results between control and experimental group. And the third one, there is action research. So as the teacher, they conduct their own classroom to solve immediate teaching problems and improve student learning. So this is the, how we call it, the teacher can did action research by find out with their own classroom. Maybe there are several problems and they have to several improvement, so the teacher can did this research. And the fifth one is qualitative research and quantitative research. But in the teaching language, qualitative research focus on in-depth analysis of language teaching and learning through interviews, observations, and case study. That's qualitative. But in quantitative research, this is uses numerical data, surveys, and statistical analysis to measure the effectiveness of teaching approaches. Yeah, that's all about definitions and explanation about research in language teaching. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you can get several information about this, and this is add more knowledge about the research, and I hope this is useful for you. Okay, thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.